Hello everyone. So there was a question on the community today about cleanup of inactive workflows. Now this question is about how can we, or is it safe to delete a workflow which is not being used anywhere, or which is basically not being associated with a project. And the main thing that this person is trying to understand here is, if you look at this particular link, I believe some official guide documentation from Atlassian, there is a line which says before doing so, before deleting the workflow, make sure the validators and post functions are not configured with a custom field. So first of all, if the workflow is not really associated with any project, then you should be able to delete it. It won't really delete the custom field, but in fact it is the other way around. If you have, let us say, a lot of custom fields and you're trying to analyze the usage of the custom fields, so what we do normally, what I do a lot, I analyze Jira instances and I try to understand different things. But understanding the usage of a custom field is definitely very important, because the custom fields, a lot of custom fields will cause problems, performance issues. Now we have to get rid of those custom fields, or basically ensure that if the custom field is not being used, maybe for a long time, or maybe some of the custom fields are not really used anywhere, then simply delete them, or maybe if first check if the data is there, then maybe manage the data somewhere, or maybe migrate it to a different field. Now deleting a custom field, when you have to figure out where all places where custom fields can be used. Of course, custom fields are there in a screen, right? So you would check all the screens, and that is of course a good start. But custom fields can also be used in workflows, especially validators and even conditions or post functions, for example. Now that is what this user is trying to understand. What is the relation between inactive workflows and custom fields? So the relation is basically from the custom field side. If you're trying to get rid of the custom fields, then make sure if that particular custom field, although it might not be used anywhere else, it might not be in a screen, but the custom field can be there in a condition, for example, or maybe a validator. And if you remove the custom field from system, then the validator, although your workflow will work, or the workflow will not really complain, it won't really show you anything on the front end side, because the user will try to do something like, let us say you have a field called analysis, that whenever you want and you want to ensure that if you're talking about a bug, whenever you resolve a bug, the analysis field should be filled in. Now if you remove this field from your system, then if you're able to remove it, let us say if you're able to remove it, then then you need to check that, users will not be able to make a transition simple, right? Because the condition will be looking for a custom field, and that custom field is not there, and the user will not know about that field at all. So this is again a problem. First of all, the field should be present on the screen, and if you're trying to do this cleanup, then remove the field from the screen, then also ensure that the field is also removed from the condition, and then check for other places, like if there is any issue using that particular field with some data, or maybe the field was updated maybe long back. Then of course, now after ensuring all those things, then get rid of the field. But if the workflow is inactive, then you should be able to, ideally, I guess, you should be able to delete it. And that is what I thought I'll probably share very quickly. But yes, it's a good question. Custom fields can be used in a workflow. And that is all I wanted to talk about today in this video. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and you learned something new. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.